I'd be happy to get anywhere near the top 5. 1 second. Starts qualifying, Mr. Gunners, at 9 PM. So 8 minutes away. We're just waiting. It should be a full lobby tonight. So yeah, 9 PM is when it all kicks off. It is Australia tonight, of course. Albert Park, scene of many a famous race. And many a famous crash, of course. Our very own and your former Division 4 commentator, Dame Zero, infamously dying on the penultimate lap. The one and only bottle job. Evening, Waddo, how's it going? Looking forward to my one and only appearance as the comms 4 joined by, of course, the legend known as the Queen of TIR, Hazy. How's it going, Haze?
Not too bad, yourself? Not too bad.
Yeah, good. It's going to be a cracking race. I'm hoping that these guys get a bit of rain, and I'm hoping somebody stops Arntz, because I was looking at the tables and he is on arguably a record-breaking podium streak.
Wow, how many has he got in a row?
She's I'll bring it up now. It is. Been playing around with my stream thing so I can make it look all pretty for people. So boom, there we go. Everyone that's watching, I just did that. I just made the standings appear. So Arntz is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 consecutive podiums from Belgium to Brazil, of which 6 of those have been wins. The second half of the season for Arntz has just been
I know
insane.
When TIR first started, I know I got quite a few podiums, but I don't think I've got that many in a row. I know I got a few, but not that many. Sassia, and just been it tonight. You've won a championship, yeah?
Yeah, give someone else a chance. Let someone else spray some champagne. But no, it's been. I mean, I don't think I've ever had that many podiums in a season, let alone in a row. It's been ultra consistent. Even when it's not gone his way, he finds his way to the podium. A bit like what Minaj is doing in Division 3. They just champions find their way to the front.
I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. Fair play to him. Fair play. Need to get your stream up, Massey.
It's up and running.
Yeah, I need to get on it. I need to.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant I need to get it up. Yeah.
No, not yet. No.
Evening, Jason. Rufio, fancy layout. Yeah, I thought I'd jazz it up for you guys. Not quite pretty. Beer style. I can't sit in a safety car or sit in a ambulance or have a desk around me. And I don't think you want to see my ugly mug on the screen, so it's camera free. And Giles, evening Giles, the return of my nightmare of Giles. I mean, of course, if anyone that remembers the pre-season, Giles.
We need you back racing, Giles. We need you back, man. Right.
Yeah, definitely. He's making his long-awaited return tonight in his Ferrari, which I believe he's raced in before. So it's familiar surroundings.
Oh
for
yeah, I didn't
Giles.
see he's actually raced it. I did not see that.
Yeah,
well, go well
the,
tonight, man.
The long-awaited comeback of Mr. Giles, formerly of Division 3, of course. Hasn't raced in a while. Claims to be slow, but we all know he's really sandbagging his way to a Division 4 podium tonight.
Is that Harvey?
Yeah, he's the new Harvey, because we can't call Harvey a sandbag anymore because he's shown his hand. He's rapid, so everybody knows how fast he is for the next season. So we'll see where he gets put.
You too.
Because of course the new season. I tell you what, he wouldn't be out of place in Division 1 with some of the pace I've seen from him lately.
I agree.
E.T. Sandbagger. Gunners, I like the intro. Oh yeah, cheers, Gunners. I had a long play around with that when I should have been. I was working from home and I should have been working. It was got bored, so I opted to mess around with Twitch and Lightstream instead.
Why not?
And that's what I came up with. So. Yeah, I appreciate the if anyone likes it, I appreciate the feedback, because I've never done anything like this before. Normally I just stream, I never have anything extra up for people to see. On the screen at the moment, as you can see, is the standings for Division 4. As we all know, Arntz is our runaway champion, but it's still to play for behind, with Mason Dunks, Matty and Mukanix all attempting to hunt down Rog in that P2 spot. Not, of course, forgetting Mr. Rufio. We can't forget Rufio, who's not out of that battle
I
yet.
was not too far behind either, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Cobb, the Division whore, who's... I mean, is there a division he's not raced in?
Don't know.
I'll have to get him in the F1 Esports challenges. I don't think he's quite done that one yet, has he?
That's his next goal.
Kind of yeah, Codzilla versus Jarno Otmir in a one-on-one for the Mercedes seat. That's what everybody wants to see next. Constructors in Division 4 has been won by Alpine, as you can see. I think it's been won by Alpine, 3 races to go. I think that's done and dusted with, of course, Arndt and Cod. The demolition, really, of Division 4. A bit like another demolition of Division 3, good old Alfa Romeo.
No, you guys have absolutely smashed it. Right.
Yeah, I had to get that in there. We've both fallen away in the championship to Mr. Consistent, Mr. Minaj, but we'll take the constructors.
Why not? Team game, right?
Exactly. We've got to hold the trophy at some point.
There you go.
And I believe Gandhi was crowned champion last night as well. Is that Division 5 or Division 6?
Division 6, I believe.
Division 6, so we have another champion crown. So that's 4, 5 and 6 all secured. I think Division 2, did that get sorted as well? If that's been...
I'm not 100% sure. I think Division 1 has been done as well, Bingley as well.
Oh, of course. So it's really only Division 3 which is yet to be decided, and it's Skeefy versus Minaj. 3 races to go. Minaj has a bit of an edge now after some consistent running. And some really bad luck for Skeefy, thanks to a certain Dame Zero. Sorry, Dame.
Jeez.
But they're friends again now. But yeah, it's been a good old season, Division 3. So many sort of victors and so many potential winners we could have had in that division, and Minaj has just been Mr. Consistent. So that one is going to probably go all the way to Abu Dhabi.
That's going to be awesome, though.
So
that's what you
don't want to miss that. Oh god, yeah. We want at least one division to go to the end. So I'll of course be doing my utmost to help Skeefy secure the title and the double for Alfa Romeo. As Rufio has put, you can forget me, hate this track, bin it first lap. That's the confidence we like to hear. Jason says he's still trying to get a wheel for next season because I have a new setup, but no finding one yet. Just take one out of an old Ford Escort or something. It'll be fine. That'll work.
It was good to see you go.
Evening, Cheeseman. I didn't even know Jason was on pad, to be honest.
Yeah, and he runs no assist as well. I don't know how he does it, to be fair.
That's insane. He is a very quick driver, of course. Member of ETE as well now.
Yeah,
so of course ETE have a...
Sorry. No, you go.
I was going to say we have that... the Academy have the Shadow race coming up soon in Hungary. And yeah, it's good for the Academy to get back out there after the collapse of... I can't remember what it was called now, the other Academy competition that failed miserably.
I'm looking forward to this
Aki's, that was it.
But no, what I was saying about Jason is if he can calm down on these penalties, and he knows this himself, he can be such a consistent driver, and he'll get podiums, he'll get wins. Right.
Yeah, definitely. I raced Jason with when I was Crowding's teammate, when I was the pink wall for Racing Point to help Crowding to his championship. How quick Jason was, but yeah, he has a tendency to get the odd penalty, and with anything in league racing, if you can get that consistency, as Arndt has shown, as Minaj has shown, as Rapid has shown, consistency is everything. You don't have to. I mean, Arndt will try and win every race, but you don't have to win every race. You've just got to be there or thereabouts.
Yep. I take top 5 every time.
I take a finish.
Yeah. Who are we waiting on anyway? We're waiting on 2 drivers.
1 driver, and then I believe 1 is joining. So I think Brembo is in 1 AlphaTauri that's meant to be joining. I don't know who's in the other AlphaTauri.
Anyone know?
Look.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Let me have a nosy. I should really know where everything is on Discord now, but I still get lost.
I'm awful with this card. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Upcoming events, there it is. Alpha Tauri. Should be Flopper Greg and Brembo. So whatever Flopper Greg is and Brembo, we're missing both Alpha Tauris, so that they will potentially maybe have to join during qualifying, I guess.
Well, it's past 9
They're
o'clock,
great for lobby.
so I guess whenever COD's ready, right?
Yeah, well, I guess we go when the fishy-fingered wondered himself flicks his little fingers onto his buttons, and then they'll be ready to go. A lot of quick drivers in this division. Some I've raced with many times myself, others less so. But we'll see who has the pace around Albert Park, a track where, other than pre-season, we haven't visited for quite a long time. So it's going to be interesting to see who's rusty, who's done the practice, and who, of course, will inevitably die at sort of turns 11, 12, as at least multiple cars usually find the barriers on the inside.
It's true. I'm just looking at Watto's comment, and I disagree with that, Watto. I think you're a solid driver, mate, and you can be so consistent.
Yeah, 76 laps around Brazil tells me he can be consistent. when I tried to represent your team, of course, at Red Bull last season, and failed to beat Watto at Brazil after 76 laps of changing positions every lap.
It was good fun though for you, weren't it? It was good fun.
Yeah, that was very good.
He Mercedes, wasn't he?
He was. It was Mercedes versus Red. It was Verstappen versus Hamilton at Brazil for 70 odd laps. It was just the sweatiest race I've ever been involved in. It was just crazy.
Great racing though, man. Great racing.
Yeah. Rufio says, Stace, how are you feeling about Thursday? Are you feeling confident?
Not really. I don't really practice as much as I used to. I should. I've done a bit of TT, but I'm going to jump on after this and then practice tomorrow before the race for Div 3 and hopefully hopefully get a good result on Thursday as well. We'll see. I just want a clean race. I don't want to get penalties. My goal. What about you?
Yeah,
what about you, Messi?
Mine's the same. I'm just wanting to avoid the wall, finish strong, avoid penalties, and hold Minaj up.
I can try to do that.
Goals.
But I don't think that will happen.
I tried to do it in Brazil, but
it's raining.
Ooh, it's raining, man.
I knew that was coming. I was waiting.
We're going to try and finish it with something else, but there wasn't another word, so I just went with the original. So it looks like Inter's weather from so it's not heavy rain, so it's a case of whether they go for dry setups or wet setups. I'd imagine if the race is dry, they'll all whack on a dry setup and hope to survive the dampness. Nobody's moving yet, so that either tells me it's going to dry up, or
no one wants to go.
They're all afraid.
Yep.
Yeah. There's zero movement, so this is fun.
Aston.
Oh, there we go.
Morris.
Dry race, that says Ash Rainbow. And Rufio says he'd like a finish this week.
Yeah, hopefully we
Join
can
the
have
club.
a good battle again, Rufio. We had a little good battle at Brazil.
Aston Martin, so that'll be Jay Morris is our first person.
We've gone a bit. Ooh. I want to touch that grass. For sure. Oh, and there's a Haas as well, Ash Rainbow.
Giles says, can I do an outlap to lock set, or is that not a thing now? I would have thought that's still fine. I would imagine doing a lap just to lock your setup in is fine, just to make sure you get it. I can't see that being a problem, as long as you don't get in anyone's way.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue, should it?
Evening, Matty.
So yeah, the first one is Morris, and then we have Ash Rainbow, and I think then it's Ants.
So Morris, Ash Rainbow, who is the former challenger for the title in Division 3 before having to move down to Division 4. And then, of course, Arndt, the runaway champion of Division 4 himself. But we have Jay Morris at the moment in the Aston Martin, of course. They'll be one of the first teams to release their new car, I believe, if I've got that right. Unless
I think
I've
you're
just made that up.
correct. No, I think you are right.
Just a week and a half to go until we find out what these cars are going to look like, because I have a funny feeling they're going to look nothing like that silvery rainbow car that they put on the grid in Abu Dhabi, and I'm just hoping we don't have like the Lego style noses or the rude noses that we saw sort of 8 years ago.
I just want, you know, more than 2 drivers fighting for the championship.
Yeah, we need Ferrari and McLaren back up there.
100%. 100%.
Okay, so we're going to watch Jay Morris take us around our first competitive league race around Australia here in TIR for quite some time. Taking a lot of curb at turn 1, taking the risk in the wet. Of course, the curbs are slippy enough when it's dry on this game, so taking the curbs in the wet is always a risk, but it's full commitment on his first run for Jay Morris in the Aston Martin. Looking good and solid so far. A little bit of a lift there around the fast right-hander, as you'd expect in these conditions. This section of track he's on now, of course, will look very different on the next game. We'd expect Cody's to update it for the new Australia layout as they try to increase overtaking opportunities and speed around this Albert Park circuit. And oh, he's run deep. Will that invalidate? No. Took off enough speed as he runs deep at the end of the straight. Coming now to the tricky section, Dame Corner, the flip-flop, whichever way you want to call it. This is where most people will find the barrier, you'd think, during the race. As Toxic says, big up Mason. Mason Dunks. I was trying to think who Mason was then. It's Mason Dunks. I was like, who's Mason?
Oh, Grit's gone.
Grit?
He retired. Has he got qualifying ban or...?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think he did. I'll have to do some digging about that in a second. But coming around the final corner then is Jay Morris in the Aston Martin, our first competitive lap time. Ash Rainbow looks to have gained him by quite a lot, so it looks like he's gone quite a bit quicker. And there we have a 33.7, but beaten by a full second by Ash
invalidated,
Rainbow.
So we got Rog in the Mercedes.
Rog, where's Rog? There he is. Rog, I've raced him a few times, very quick over one lap. Could do with improving his consistency in the race. But he is up there in that battle at the moment for P2 in the championship. So 3 races to salvage a trophy of this in his season, and he puts it P3 so far.
And Beastie, next.
Beastie, is it? Dolphin is about to cross the line. Dolphin back as a reserve as it gets into the 35.
Oh, he
Beastie, NUFC.
My bad.
Skillian is about to cross the line. Consistent driver is MD Skillian. He crossed the line as a 34.1 to go P4 in the McLaren. And then we're going to have, I think it's Leclerc. No, it's his teammate who I've just missed. Oh no, Mason's starting a lap.
I'm sure someone else was on a lap as well.
Cue ball maybe?
Ants is on a lap. Cue ball is on a lap too, just in front of Ants.
Yeah, so we'll do cue ball and then we'll jump onto Ants.
Took a lot of that curb.
That was risky. That is. He takes more curb than I would take to that section in the wet. That's for sure. So coming into, he's in the final few corners. Then what can Cue ball do? Again, another quick driver in the Aston Martin, teammates with Jay Morris. Where can he disguise? Ash Rainbow goes even faster. Wow. I missed that time. Sorry. 32.2. So it looks like it may be wet the whole session because everybody is out apart from a couple of cars that have retired in the pits. Looking pretty good from Cue ball. This is a 33.0 to go P3, 200ths of a second.
Mason
behind Jay Morris. Mason, where's Mason?
Oh no, Ants just went through as well with a 133.2.
Yeah, Ants with 33.2. Mason, and this one is for you, Toxic. Big up Mason. Into the final sector now then, in the Red Bull. Can he compete with his teammate who's on a 33.9? He'd be looking to go faster than that ideally to move himself up the order. Yellow flag somewhere.
A Haas?
That is just a Haas going slow, I think. Mason fighting for traction around the final 2 corners, just runs it out wide to the curb. Plenty of entertaining sideways action as Grit is. Oh yeah, sorry, I've just seen that he retired before, didn't he?
Yes.
A good lap from Mason.
So it's Rufio just starting a lap.
Rufio. No, should we give Rufio some airtime?
Oh, did Matty crash? Matty's gone.
But where's Matty?
Flip flop, as you like to call it.
Rufio's about to see him actually.
Does he retire on track?
we're about to see, because Rufio is coming up to the section that he's in there, and he died. He died.
Ooh, okay. But it was the other house. Oh, he's gone purple.
Rufio, who claims he's bad at this track and will die at turn 1, goes purple in sector 1, also known as a sandbagging technique.
Rapid's just literally behind him on lap 2. And then
Rapid,
Cod.
Alright, we've got to give Cod some airtime. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Right behind Rapid. You're not too sure?
We'll miss him then. Rufio through the flip-flop, taking it a little bit steady, as you'd expect in these conditions. As Q-Ball retires, Q-Ball has died.
Ooh, yeah, let turn 1.
There's a Mercedes coming up to him. Rog. Oh, I know what he's done. I bet he's on the right-hand side. Yep, there he is. Oh, yep, he's dead.
Oh.
Q-Ball is dead. Let's go back onto Rufio. The mistakes are plenty now, starting to creep in as these conditions are treacherous. Still intermediates, but Rufio crossed the line with a 33.6
Rapid
in the Alfa Romeo. Rapid, Cod. I missed them both.
They were so close to each other.
Yeah. Cod goes 12th, Rapid is P14. We have an Aston Martin coming round next, which I believe will be Jay Morris, as Q-Ball died. He's coming into the pits.
Answers on a lap.
And he's purple sector 2 according to the game, but we all know that the game is gives anyone a purple sector 2 just because they feel generous, and the one person we don't need to just give things to is Arndt. He's done it all himself already this season. As Matty says, he's off for a cry. Oh, Matty, it's fine. Plenty of people have died around Australia, just don't do it in the race. So, Arndt's around the final corner then. Can he improve? He's currently P5 at the moment. He needs to find about a second to catch up to Ash Rainbow, and almost finds it. Gets within 2/10 of Ash Rainbow. Good effort there from the champion. Rog in the Mercedes did not improve. Oh no, he's down on his time.
Skillian.
Skillian. There we go. Skillian in the McLaren. He's 4/10 down at the moment. Is he going to peel into the pits, or is he going to carry on? He's carrying on, so does he feel like he's finding time in the last few corners then? Around the final corner in the McLaren. Can Skillian improve on a 33.5? He can't. He doesn't gain any more time, so he's always just... Roger's died as well.
Yeah.
At the same place as Q-Ball did. Has he done the same thing? I would guess so. He's going to be on the right-hand side on the exit of this corner. I'm going to take a wild guess. And...
There he is.
Yes, there he is. Identical to Q-Ball. That is a shame for Rog. I think Beastie might be on his coming to the pits. Rapid Jack maybe? No, he's on an outlap. Mr. Codzilla, who's half a second up.
Oh, he's going to get some airtime now.
There we go. We'll go on board with Mr. Codzilla in the Alpine. Just clipping the curb. It's a risky curb to take if you take too much of it. I know myself, having done it. And then, yeah, it's looking like he's taking it nice and easy. Our Sunday stroll is our very own Codzilla. Just touching the grass a bit there. Needs to be a little bit careful. Make sure you're focusing there. Oakley says, who's not turned up? The AlphaTauris. I thought you meant... I was about to think you meant volume then, but yeah, it's the two AlphaTauris. So Brembo's not here, and Floppy Joppy, or whatever his name was. I can't remember his name now. Floppy Jeffa or something.
Oh,
it was an amusing name. Oh, not invalid. That's one of those moments where if you put the power down when you go into that much of the curb, you're going to death. You're just going to visit the Grim Reaper.
No. But yeah, Rapid Jack is on a lap now.
I'll jump onto Rapid Jack
no,
in a second, then we'll see what Cod... Oh, no, Cod is coming into the pits. You say invalidated.
Rufio's starting a lap?
Oh, Rufio. More airtime for Rufio then. He was a second down on his last lap. We'll see what he can manage. We'll give him some broadcast, proper action. We'll even hide the spectator menu to give him full screen time in the mighty Alfa Romeo. Of course, my team. Well, Skeevy's team. He's team leader, actually. Kimi Räikkönen himself. A little bit of a squirrel on there from Rufio as he gets the power down. No drama for Peter Pan's nemesis, Rufio. As C Whale says, let's go Papaya. I know what that means. He's not actually cheering on Skillen and Beastie. There's another division where me and him are in the same car.
Gotcha.
Or maybe he's just cheering on Papaya in another league as well. But we'll see what Rufio can do then. He's about to come to the end of Sector 2, and he's about level with his time at the moment. Needs to find about half a tenth if he wants to get ahead of Skillian.
Good luck, that cab.
So final few corners for number 51, Rufio, Area 51. Is he going to go to no man's land, or will he improve? The George Russell inspired helmet. Oh, Mr. Saturday does not get that corner right. Final corner then.
Mason
I imagine
improved.
he's lost quite a bit of time. Oh, Mason's improved. So Mason P4. C Whale says they'll cheer them on if you want. No, we're Team Alfa Romeo in TIR. Rufio doesn't improve. On his time, we have Ferrari.
Clerk's on a lap, 5 temps up in Sector 2. Oh!
Mukinix goes P7.
Elfin's gone.
There's a Haas. There's a Haas that's dead somewhere. Let's see if we can find a car coming up to him.
Rapid.
Oh, I just missed Rapid. I've just gone on to Cod, who's going to... Oh! Poor Dolphin. Flipping around. You'd think he'd be used to these kind of conditions in the water, but he was a fish out of water here in Australia. Menu back on so I can see what I'm doing. We have a Alfa Romeo, which will be...
So hard to keep an eye on who's on who, because in the wet conditions, they go around more than once.
Oh yeah, well Rapid Jack's just gone P5 in the other Alfa Romeo, so good lap time from RRT Rapid Jack. Leclerc in the Red Bull comes across the line. Charlie Boy Leclerc puts his car into P7 and gets himself into the top 10.
Ash
We
Rainbow.
then have Ash Rainbow with a 32 dead. That's thrown down the gauntlet to Arndt. Arndt is on his outlap. We have
Rufio.
a Red Bull coming round, I think. Oh, Rufio, sorry.
Yep.
Rufio, is he improving? He had a big moment at this corner on the last lap. What's he going to do here? He's a little more gentle on the throttle, keeps it nice and tidy. Around the final corner, can he get himself and the Alfa Romeo into the top 10 here at Albert Park? We're about to find out. And he does just get it ahead of Mukinix. Good lap from Rufio. I think Rapid Cheese is coming across. And does improve, but not by position.
You see as well. Is Morris on a lap? Morris is on a lap as well, about to cross the line.
Morris, I'm going to miss that. We'll watch him as he goes P4 for Morris. So we'll stay on board with Beastie NUFC. And Wales says, not if he's a Newcastle fan. So he's not here to cheer on Team Papaya because Beastie is a Newcastle fan. I don't blame you. They're going to buy their way out of relegation. Sorry, Beastie. Beastie then, is he going to improve? He does get himself up to head of Rufio with P9.
Mr. Cod.
Jack is coming across the line, followed by Cod. Where's Cod?
He's in sector.
Codzilla is 3/10 up, so we'll stay with Cod. We've got a Red Bull and a Haas coming around as well. They're very close together. But it's Codzilla at the moment who's up on his time, hoping to get his Alpine into the top 10.
My God, Ash. Jesus Christ.
I think it's getting faster.
Yes. I'm missing him. Like, he's just going round and round. Just feel his time.
But by the time we've spoken about one driver, he's round again. He's that fast. He's currently 8/10 clear of the championship of the champion of Division 4. That is quite the effort from Ash Rainbow. Codzilla, on the other hand, is going to come across the line and knocks Rufio out of the top 10 as Cod goes into P10. Rufio comes into the pits.
Skillian on a lap.
I think Skillian, where is he? Skillian, there we go. So Skillian currently down in P14, needs to find a good chunk of time if he's going to get that other Papaya McLaren into the top 10. MD Skillian rounds the final corner, and across the line for MD Skillian, McLaren, Mercedes power, and it is a 133.1. He improves by one place to P13 to get ahead of
Mr. Arndt?
XRF1 Rog. Arndt, who's trying to close that gap to Ash Rainbow. Let's go on board with the champion of Division 4. This is the battle for pole. Ash Rainbow has a huge lead over the rest of the chasing pack at the moment. Definitely more comfortable in these conditions, it would appear, is Ash Rainbow. But Arndt will not give this up without a fight. We've seen it all season long. You can never count this man out. And the Norwegian is certainly pushing in the French mobile.
Mason is on a lap and he's 4 temps up.
Ooh, Whereabouts is Arts? Who's going to cross the line? Mason is first.
Yeah, I just
so
wanted
Mason,
to let you know.
4 tenths up. Yeah, no, thank you. So Mason up on his time. We'll jump back to Arts in a second. What can Mason do? 4 tenths at the moment. He's looking to try and get onto the front row. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Arns is out.
Yeah, he's crashed.
Oh, went off Arns at the wrong time.
Lucky boy, Arns.
Oh, he's lost it at the flip-flop. That is a shame. Mason Dunk, on the other hand, crosses the line to go P3. Doesn't pip Arns, though, so Arns is safe in P2.
Morris. He's on lap 2.
Morris is up on his time. Oh, and he's invalidated.
And Moon's just spun it in the pit.
Oh, they're all falling at the final hurdle as they all try and displace Arns from P2. And they're all making mistakes now. Ash Rainbow, the only one keeping it together, it would seem. As we have, is it Beastie or Skillian?
Mason's
Skillian
up,
invalidated.
apparently, in sector 1, 3 attempts, it's telling me. I'm not 100% sure.
Mason's managed to get through.
Oh, no, he's not.
To do one more lap.
He's down, apparently. No, he's not doing a lap.
Oh, okay.
He's going round, never mind. Like,
Leclerc is finished.
Cod?
I think. Oh, Cod. Where's Cod? So Cod is a 10th and a half up on his time. See if he can get that car ahead of... I mean, at the moment he's hoping to get ahead of Rapid Jack and Cue Ball. To see if he can get anywhere near Mukinic's time in the... I think that's in the Ferrari.
Ants must be kicking himself.
Oh, he will be. So, final few corners for Cod. This is where it gets tricky, where you want to put the power down early, but in these conditions you just can't. You've got to be patient on the power, and he is. Keeps it nice and smooth. Smooth wins over aggression in the wet here at Albert Park. And Codzilla looks like he's on a good lap so far. Across the line for the Alpine, and he does improve to P4. What a final sector from Cod to do a 32.4 and get his Alpine up into the top 4 onto the second row off the grid.
4 points for the Alpine.
We next have Cheese, I think. The Cheese is going to... Where's Cheese going to move to? I didn't see because it ended before I could catch him.
You got 133 dead. That's all I know.
Well, we're about to find out. As Rufio says, GG Cod. Yeah, great final sector from Cod. To move himself up into P4, and we'll do a quick rundown then as Ash Rainbow is your pole man by 8 tenths of a second almost ahead of the Division 4 champion ETE Arns. Mason Dunks is in P3 ahead of Codzilla, and you've got Jay Morris, Matty, Mukinix, Rapid Jack, Cue Ball, Leclerc, and then we have Beastie is starting outside the top 10 in P11 ahead of Rapid Cheese, Rufio down in P13 ahead of Skillian. Raj, of course, who died. Dolphin, of course, who died. And then Grit and Giles, neither of which set a time.
Just screenshot it just in case, Messi.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot about that.
You're good.
Oh, it doesn't let me screenshot when I'm streaming, actually. As Ash Rainbow says, I enjoyed that lap. I bet you did. He's just smashed the field.
Yeah, I didn't even see him. Like, he just kept going round and then went quicker again. I'm like, oh, stop. Just stop.
And Rufio's used one of my most disliked words. As Ash Rainbow says, he loves getting wet. Rufio says moist.
Lovely. Great.
Yeah. Always one, isn't there? There's always one.
God.
It's always Rufio.
Rufio, what you like?
So let's have a quick prediction in the chat. Who thinks who's going to be your winner and who's going to be your binner? That's usually my favourite prediction. Who's the winner and who's the binner? I mean, it's hard to look past Ash Rainbow based on that pace, but of course that was in the wet. We don't know what everyone's dry pace is like. However, I am going to be very boring, and I'm going to go with an Ash Rainbow victory. And as far as binning it is concerned, I'm going to go for my old pal Dolphin. I think Dolphin is definitely going to be the first to bin it.
I'm not even going to say anything. I'm going to be the nice one.
In the meantime, we'll have a quick look at the standings again just to see who's fighting for what, as we've got just 3 races to go now here in TIR. We've got Australia, the dreaded Jeddah, and then Abu Dhabi. Speaking of Jeddah, what's your thoughts on Jeddah, Stace?
I haven't raced on it, and to be fair, I probably won't be racing because it's my birthday next Wednesday, so we'll see.
Oh, happy birthday for next Wednesday.
No, thank you, but no, I'd love to give it a go. I've had mixed opinions about it. To be fair, I like street tracks, so yeah, I might even just give it a go to see what it's like. I'm gonna say I like it, even though I've not touched it yet, but we'll see.
Reminds me a bit of Vietnam, but a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
Vietnam I hated.
I didn't like
It was
Vietnam,
a horrible track.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I might be racing, but it all depends. I might be going out for a meal. I'm not too sure yet.
Yeah, celebrate your birthday. Let's get some happy birthdays in the chat for our Stace.
Don't be silly.
Even though it's a week away.
Yeah, and I'm getting another year
birthdays.
older. So don't.
Catching up to us oldies. We're all catching up to beer and Skin Shaggy, aren't we? Well, Skin Shaggy's quite a few centuries away from us all, but we love the old fossil.
Yeah, and he's actually not a bad racer. Like, he really isn't.
No, he's good, and he gets some good points.
Exactly.
Okay, so who's fighting for what in the? In fact, we've got Rufio says he's the binner.
Oh, for God's sake.
Evening Speedy. Wado thinks Cod for a podium.
Ooh.
Evening Old Man. That's TIR Old Man. I'm not just calling people old. And Speedy says happy birthday, Hazy.
Thank you.
So I mentioned Roger's trying to get back into that battle for P2. He is actually P2, so I got that completely wrong. So it's other people trying to catch Rog up for P2 at the moment. And he has about a 55-point lead over Mason Dunk.
Oh.
So Rog is... let me get the...
Mason's like P3, isn't he?
So a quick look at the race director. I'm not going to show everybody because it'll show people's strategies, and I'll leave that for everyone else to have a look if they get time. But Mason Dunks, who's currently P3 in the championship, is starting P3 in the race. Matty and Mukanix are chasing him down. You got Mukanix in P7. Matty, of course, who crashed. He's starting P6. Rog down in P15. So Rog has a lot of work to do against his rivals to try and hold on to that P2. He does have a buffer, like I said, of that 50-odd points. But as we've seen in all the divisions, that can change very quickly indeed. As I know all too painfully well.
Hopefully next season I'll be closer to some of you guys, depending on who's there.
Yeah, I'm hoping to stay in Division 3 next season and have another crack at it. That's the hope anyway.
Go away, you're
We'll
too
see what
quick.
happens.
Leave me alone. I want to win. Nah, I don't mind.
Speedy has put, hang on a minute, Arntz has a huge lead. Where have you been all season, Speedy? Arntz has had 11 consecutive podiums. I think he's just enjoyed speaking to Dame and the podium interviews for the last sort of 2.5 months, because that's all he's done is speak to the commentators at the end of the race. Massey, don't let me down. I let everybody down, Rufy. I wouldn't worry about that. Massey, did you enjoy ERN race? It was very entertaining for the bits that I saw. I didn't see what happened to Maka though, but he was battling for sort of P2 with Para, and then he was at the back.
Maybe had an incident or just crash.
Scroll up. What does he say? Oh, sing! I'm not singing on stream. Sorry, I will let you down. I told you I would let you down, and I have done. Ash Rainbow says, "Shall we ready up?" By the looks of the timer, I would say
yes. Yeah.
20 viewers. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to the one and only Massey and Hayes extravaganza here in Division 4 for one night only before you get the legend of beer and kebab back for the final 2 races of the season. Next week, of course, we wish Beer's father all the best.
Amen.
He's obviously been away for the last few days. So I hope everything is good with the big man and his family. But we are here for racing in Australia. The formation lap is underway.
Oh, I wonder what tyres people are going on.
Who's that at the back? It's just driven into the pit wall.
Don't tell me that's Giles.
I've just seen a car.
Don't tell me that's Giles.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was Giles. I just saw a car drive into the pit wall.
Isn't it medium to hard on this track?
I think you can get away with a soft medium, but you've got to be quite good on your tyres.
Yes.
So let me get tyres up actually. Let's see what everyone's gone for.
Yeah.
As we run down. So Ash Rainbow, Arntz, Mason Dunks, Cod and Morris all going for the stop. So they're looking for the early dart And of course, any safety car from sort of lap 7, 8 onwards, and you're in the winning position there, because that's probably around not long before you're wanting to get off those soft tyres. Crossover point comes roughly around lap 6 or 7 when you've qualified in the tyres, so I guess having not used these tyres in qualifying, it makes the soft medium
they got all
strategy
these
a little
tyres,
bit easier.
They have all fresh tyres. It'll be interesting.
TIR Ullman says, can't park it there, Giles. I think it might have been Giles driving.
Yeah, I thought it was.
What a return to racing, eh?
What are you doing, Giles? You okay?
Matty starts in the medium, so he's the odd one out in the top 7 as Mukinic's in the softs. And then if you go all the way down, everybody else is on mediums apart from Rufio, Dolphin, and our man Giles, starting from P18 on the soft. So he's going for moves early on to try and regain some form, ready for next season. As Waddington says, it was Rufio. Can't bin it on a formation lap, lad. Oh, was it Rufio?
Oh, was it
okay.
Rufio? Oh, no. For God's sake.
Well, Rufio did say he would bin it on lap 1. Well, he's done it before lap 1. He's done it on the formation lap.
Giles. It's not even Giles, it's Rufio. Sorry, Giles.
Sorry, Giles. Speedy says, go on cod. So, Speedy, a fan of codfish in the chat.
Yeah, just hopefully these boys can keep it clean, turn 1.
Yeah, it is a pinch point here in Australia, turn 1. If you don't get the car far enough up the inside, sometimes it's better to back out and fight another day. But these are racers, and back out is not in their vocabulary. As we get ready for the lights here down under.
Right, I'm going to go on Matty, because he's on the mediums.
Come on, game.
Not giving you a good angle?
View. There we go. So 3 lights, 4 lights. It's 5 lights here in Australia. It's held for a long time. It's lights out and away we go. Looks like a really good start for an Alpine from Cod in P4. Well, Arntz is challenging for P1 into turn 1. They said it was a pinch point. Arntz is round, and it's happened already. Arntz facing the wrong way. We said if you're not far enough up the inside, is it better to back out? I didn't see how far up the inside he was, and round he goes.
Gone as well.
Oh, and Leclerc round as well, and we have a Ferrari. Oh, there's a car going completely off track there. I didn't see who that was. Chaos here on lap 1 already. That's what we like to see.
You know, Arntz, look at his head
further down the grid. Giles already up to P11. What's Giles had for breakfast from P18?
No, that's not. Oh, that was so close for Rapid. So close. Sorry.
Giles up to P10. No, go for it. Giles up to P10 now, so from 18th to 10th. He is the man on the move at the moment. Ash Rainbow already with a 1.5 second lead out front. Rufio looking for a move on cue ball, and we have a yellow flag. It's Jack. Jack is round at the flip-flop, first man. Let me just go back onto Rufio, who was all over cue ball, did not make the move. Yeah, Speedy says it was Rapid Jack. Yeah, Rapid Jack with the spin at the flip-flop. So Jay Morris, so yellow flag. What do we have here? Is that Leclerc? Someone is going slowly.
Rapid.
Oh, maybe Rapid Jack just recovering back to the pits. Yeah, it's a shame
Rainbow's
for Jack as Giles. Oh, and there's an Aston round. Cue ball's round.
Contact.
Cue ball round at turn 2.
Jack can't be doing that.
Giles and cue ball were close, I think, but he may have lost it on his own on the curb. As Jack has retired in the pits on lap 2.
He can't be doing that, man.
Yeah, you've got 28 more laps to recover, and there's always a safety car in Australia, so there's always a chance to come back in TIR, as many people have proven in the past. Matty on those medium tyres is doing exactly what he needs to do. I've just missed an overtake there as Dolphin and Rog were going side by side. I think that was... Oh, what's happened?
Matty's spun.
Oh, Matty's round. Just as I was talking about him, I think I may have just jinxed Matty. Oh, I'm so sorry. Just saying about the fact that he's doing... Oh,
Giles,
he's reversing to the wall.
Giles just like, just keep spinning, guys. Just keep spinning. Like, up to P7.
Spinning. Has Giles got the Ferrari Superfuel or something? It seems that way, doesn't it? He did the whole... I haven't practiced much for this race. I haven't raced for 2 months. Boom, 13
Do you have
places
Godzilla
already.
and Moon? I'm just going to call him Moon. No, it's not.
Yeah, Cod and Moon.
That's it.
Ooh, is that Rufio looking for a move in the background as well? Not quite close enough. We're going to have DRS next time around though, so cars will start to look to make moves with the help of DRS. We've lost Rapid Jack in the pits so far. Matty's still going after his spin, and Arntz has caught up to the back of the field after his lap 1 incident with Ash Rainbow. Speedo's put Arntz as one to watch. It's certainly going to be entertaining to watch him come through the field, Speedo, that's for sure. But we're currently on board with Rufio, who's currently in P6, trying to get past Morris. Ash Rainbow, yeah, he has just disappeared, hasn't he? Like I said, my boring choice for the win. But it was the safe bet, I think.
I was going to say Arntz, but that happened and that's gone out the window. Well, you never know, but we're counting them out,
exactly. Safety cars could change anything, and Arntz never gives up. As Rufio is right on the back of Jay Morris, looking to get this move done down with the help of DRS. Pulls the outside. Is he going to go around the outside of the Aston Martin? He's going to try it. He's still side by side. He may have to concede this one, and he does. And there's Giles is getting interested as well there, right on the back of Rufio, showing that he's there.
Skillian's joining.
For action. And of course we have the Jay Morris train now, as here comes Rufio, and that is a lovely camera angle. Thank you, Cody. That was brilliant. Giles weaving to try and find a way through himself as well. He's an excitable little puppy, is Giles, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a great racer, and I have a lot of respect for him on track.
Oh yeah.
Godzilla, Moon.
Mooka Nixon card.
Just had a big snap.
Moon hoping to come back at Fish.
Giles.
Oh, it takes a lot of curb.
Gonna go for it.
There he is. Oh, so there's the risky corner if he's going to do it. Giles up the inside and backs out. That's sensible. That was very sensible. But he's all over the back. Giles on the move here in Albert Park.
Same as Moon. He's all over the back of Cod as well.
Let's go back on with Moon then. And then we'll jump back down to the Giles-Morris battle in a second.
Cod got
Giles needs to get the move done quickly himself. Yeah, it's a tricky track to overtake here because the straights aren't that long, and Rufio's gone! Rufio, no!
Safety car.
Rufio. And there's the safety car we were talking about, Jack. That is what we're talking about. Giles picks up a 5-second penalty. I'm guessing he's gone into the back.
What's going on? No, I think Giles got past him, and then I think there was a bit of confusion there.
Yeah, I wonder if they've had that issue where they're going to let the other car past and...
Don't blame him. Free pit, in my opinion.
So, what tyre will he go on to? That's the question. Does he go hard to the end, or does he go for a 2-stop?
Actually, hard is not a bad shout.
Gone for mediums, so I don't think they'll go to the end.
Medium soft.
Only a few cars coming to the pits.
Morris has gone hard. He's got a wing change. Interesting.
So I wonder if it was Morris going into the back of Giles then.
Maybe.
Morris is the one with the wing change. Rufio says gutted. Yeah, you're having a great race, Rufio.
5.
Oh, such a shame. That corner can get anybody. We've seen that with plenty of people around here, and that corner is lethal. Yeah, you were looking strong. Speedy agreed. Yeah, too early for the medium. So yeah, it looks like a 2-stop. What's Giles' fuel light like?
Fine on mine. No, white.
Yeah, seems fine to me.
Let me see if anyone...
Oh, okay. I was slow with that one. Sorry, old man. He's talking about the fact that he's got Ferrari super fuel.
Oh.
I'm guessing it was a joke at the fact that what's his fuel like.
I didn't click on it.
But yeah, and I'll tell you what though, at the moment, I mean, he started P18 without qualifying. He's P4. I know we've had a few people pit, but the one thing that may cost Giles though is when he does come in for the pits, he's going to have to serve that 5-second time penalty.
And look, he's right in front of his teammate. I mean, behind.
Oh god, yeah. They're going to have to split their pit stops, because if Giles gets past Mookanix, they can't pit on the same lap, because Mookanix will have to wait, double stack, and wait for Giles' 5-second time penalty. So we may see some battling, but inter-team battling between Ferrari to... Mookanix is not going to want to give up that spot.
He won't. He's in P3. He's like, you want it? You got to fight me.
Yeah, exactly. The McLarens. Let's have a look at some position changes. Actually, let's have a look. Oh, not penalties. You don't get that away. So Ash Rainbow, of course, is your leader in the Haas. Mason dunks at one place after Arntz's spin, after contact with Ash Rainbow at turn 1 on lap 1. Mukinik's at 4th place, and then that man there, DOR Giles 95, on his race return, is up 14 places to P4, but carrying that 5-second time penalty that he'll have to serve at his pit stop.
Surprised he didn't pit.
Skillian. Yeah, of course, because he could have got rid of it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's banking on another safety car, which isn't a bad shout because there tends to be plenty around here.
Not wrong, you're not wrong.
Old Man has put in ERN the medium tyres went 24 laps. So maybe it's not a bad idea for some of these drivers to go into mediums now if there's no more safety cars.
Only
If there isn't a safety car, then...
Britt went on the softs. I don't know why. Honestly.
So that's a guaranteed 2-stop for Grit then.
And then Morris is on hard. So we know he's going to the end. And then Cod went on mediums. See?
Yeah. Interesting strategies. Lots of strategies being played out. Of course, we've got 4 stop runners yet to pit out front. We're going to be coming up to the crossover point between the tyres in the next couple of laps or so. As Mustafa Shag... Is that Skin Shaggy by any chance?
So.
Mustafa Shag?
I think so.
Evening, the old fossil, as I've heard you call plenty of times. The safety car is in this lap. Shaggy has put Skillian for the win. Whoop, whoop. So Skillian at the moment in P5, a very good racer. Always tends to race better than he qualifies. And usually pulls it off with a good strategy call as well. And he's in P5 ahead of his teammate at the moment. We're going to go on board with Ash Rainbow, though. Who he now becomes the pace car effectively. He decides when to go. He controls the pace.
No, Mason's just hit the back of him.
Has he got damage? Oh, and Ash has got a 5-second penalty for it.
That was Mason's fault. Ash did nothing wrong.
Oh, Mason.
I'll record
It's very simple. Just always leave a gap. Always leave the space, as Fernando Alonso once said when mocking Vettel. And Ash Rainbow's gone. He's now got to pull out a gap as well. As 3 of the top 4 all have a 5-second penalty to serve.
What's happened? Oh, look. Oh, Rapid Cheese.
Oh,
Cheese. 2 positions. I think he went too early. Left the position back.
Ah, not a good start there. Arntz is looking up the inside. Oh, no, he learned from his mistake. Wasn't going to stick his nose up this time in turn 1.
Oh, that's
cool. I think Rod's got a bit of a sideways action there, a bit of Tokyo Drift style. And Arntz is going to sweep around the outside of Rog, and P1 in the championship takes P2. Yeah, just why didn't Arntz pit, says Speedy? I don't know. Jump in his party and ask him, and come tell us. Okay, who else we got? Leclerc is on the back of us. Rog seems to be dropping off a bit. Has he picked up a bit of damage?
He
seems to be struggling on the mediums.
That's the question, because he hit the back of him. Might have got lucky.
Of course.
Looks okay.
Don't see any damage on him, but he is pushing hard on the back of Rapid Cheese now.
He got all that.
Who's close for an overtake? I think Cheese is pushing on the back of Dolphin. Dolphin up to P7. Further back, I think Codzilla is having a look at Cue Ball as we have Gandhi, the new champion, in the chat. How are we doing, Gandhi? Congratulations on your TIR title.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Solid. You for next season? Just looking at the spat, it's a bit spread out. Top 6.
Yeah, top sort of 5-6 cars all spread out, but Dolphin is pushing hard on the back of Beastie. So my prediction of Dolphin first to bin it is clearly wrong, as Rufio correctly guessed himself as the first person to bin it. Probably no consolation to him that he won that bet, but hopefully it goes better for him in Jeddah. We're still on board here with the battle for P6, though, as gaps have formed in the top. As Beastie has a bit of a train developing behind him, but it's certainly helping his teammate Skillian out, who, as already has been said in the chat, Skillian in a great position on those medium tyres.
I think the softs are starting to drop off.
Yeah, you might be right.
Look, Mason. Look how close Mason is to Ash Rainbow.
Ooh, Ash Rainbow had a mistake. Ash is having to go defensive. I wonder if Ash has made a mistake. He must have made a mistake.
Yeah, Moon's not far behind, or Giles now. Oh, he's gone wide again.
He's not picked up damage, has he?
No, unless he's got rear wing damage.
Oh, I thought he was going to look for a move there. That would have been audacious.
It's a little bit.
And he is pitting.
Maybe he did get damaged. Oh.
Let's have a quick look, see if he puts on a new wing. In the meantime, I'm just going to look at the gaps.
Must have hit the wall somewhere, surely.
Unless he's just getting off those tyres. Oh no, it is a front wing change. So damage for the race leader. We're back with Dolphin, who is still pushing Beastie in the Beastie train. As Gandhi has replied, he's saying div 3 or 4 Hayes. So he's looking to move onwards and upwards, is Mr. Gandhi.
What's about, mate?
Rapid cheese now on the back of Dolphin. Dolphin looks to have lost a few tenths. He's made a bit of a mistake. And oh, Arntz!
That big snap.
Arntz doing rallycross style over the grass there.
Jeez, this train,
Sebastian Loeb style.
From 6 down to pretty much grit. So it's such a train.
Ooh. Speaking of grit, Grit is side by side with Cod. So sorry, Matty, and round the outside there. Nice move from Grit into P13 on those full-up soft tyres.
Just hurt Ash Rainbow massively.
Oh, Dolphin making a move on Beastie. He's been looking for this all for the last few laps, and he gets the move done around the outside. The Haas driver moves into the top 5 on those soft tyres. He's showing that he still has a bit of life left in his softs at least. But he's got Skillian another 3.6 seconds up the road. And like we said before, Skillian in a great position in this race now. And as you mentioned, Ash Rainbow's race sort of ruined a little by that pit stop due to the wing damage. And he's down in P16 as Morris and Matty are battling. Oh no, Matty's in the pits.
Yeah, Rapid got a great exit here on Beastie. He's looking.
He has indeed. Moving up the inside, they both had DRS and it's not close enough. Just misses out, but a bit of a bad exit from the McLaren driver. It's going to give Rapid another chance, but again holds him up. Good defending there from the McLaren driver.
He's got a great exit.
They're still going at it. Round the outside, this will be one hell of a move if he pulls this off.
Oh, look at Arntz.
Arntz looking at the champion waiting.
Great racing.
Still Beastie defends. Brilliant driving.
Arntz, oh no. Here comes Arntz.
Oh, this is risky.
Oh no. No.
Yeah, very sensible there from Arntz as Q-Ball picks up the first 3
now.
second time penalty. Oh, we could see 3 wide here. Arntz is going to follow him through. Beastie defends the inside. Arntz right around the outside. I think Beastie has got that one covered off. Great racing, guys. Really good action here. So Mason in the pits then. He's going to be looking to make sure he gets ahead of Ash Rainbow. Of course, Ash Rainbow had the front wing change.
5 seconds.
Let's look at this battle here, though. Ullman says Giles P3 from P18. Wow, well, he's had an incredible drive so far. Grit is.
He comes down.
He just made a mistake there.
Here we go. He backs out.
Yeah, smart from Arntz. Like I said, he's not got this far in the championship by making sort of lunges and dive bombs, and he's showing there as Ash Rainbow sets the fastest lap. He is about 4 seconds behind Mason Dunks. That's how much time he's lost with that front wing change.
That's unfortunate.
As Gandhi has put no assists next season and no partnerships, another championship hunt. Massive respect, Gandhi, going no assists. That is, huge respect.
This is helping Morris, you know, on the hard, because he's just stuck behind all these. These guys got a pit again.
It really is. It's still the Beastie train all the way down. Ash Rainbow just 2.6 seconds behind Mason Dunks. So Ash Rainbow's got the bit between his teeth here. He could recover this race still with the pace he's got. As here comes Arntz on Beastie up the inside. He should get this move done with the help of DRS. And Arntz moves into P6. Nice easy move there for Arntz as he moves himself up the field. Of course, he will still have to pit off those soft tyres, recovering from his first lap incident with Ash Rainbow.
This train. Massive.
Yeah, who's going to be the first to blink in the train? When will Arntz pit? He's on 11 lap old softs. When will he go for the mediums? Or are these soft runners hoping for a safety car to save their race? Because at the moment, Skillian is looking like...
oh,
we've got a yellow flag.
Oh, Grit! You might have
Grit.
just drink. You might have just jinxed
Have I just
that.
jinxed
Yes.
the safety? I have. I've just. Sorry, medium runners. I do apologise.
Oh, look.
I've just given the soft tyre
They're gonna
runners
have to go
the win.
They're gonna get out. There he is. Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, if you're Skillian now, who is in a great position before the safety car, he's now got a. I mean, the safety car, looking at the split, isn't going to be out for that many laps. Do you pit or do you just?
I think everyone's gonna pit.
You've got to go hards, haven't you?
Morris might not pit. Morris probably could pit and mediums to the end now. Maybe.
Yeah, mediums will go to the end now. Softs won't.
Yeah, I mean this helps answer. He's just like.
Oh yeah, definitely. People it doesn't help.
Idiot.
The likes of Mason Dunks and Ash Rainbow pitted before the safety car. Be interested to see where they come out in comparison with the likes of Mukinix and Giles. Giles, of course, will have to serve.
They're gonna have to double stack.
5-second penalty.
Backing off as much as he can. Skillian stays out. Ooh.
So Skillian has opted to stay out then. So he's sticking with the medium soft strategy. He doesn't want to go into the hards.
staying out.
So the McLaren. So Beastie will play rear gunner for Skillian again.
Staying out.
And we saw Beastie's defence last time, and it was stellar. So if he can
Morris
do that again,
now.
help his teammate get a lead. So Morris on the hard. So yeah, it is. Morris doesn't need to pit again. Those hards will go to the end.
Yep.
But of course, behind him is the fresh tyres. So Mason Dunks. Oh, he was coming out side by side with Mukinix, but didn't get it done. So Mukinix effectively. Well, I mean, Jay Morris is your net leader in this race, because I'd be surprised if Cod gets those tyres to the end.
Impressive.
But of the guys that have pitted, Mukinix is now your leader, and that 5-second penalty with the double stack has cost Giles all that hard work he did. And I've just noticed he's gone onto hard tyres, not mediums.
I mean, these tyres will be so much better at the end.
True.
And look at the soft. Soft, you got the clerk. I don't know why they've chosen the soft. I feel they're not going to go to the end. No way.
It's optimistic, isn't it? I mean, they're fresh softs and they've got lighter cars, but what's that? I mean, there's 16.5 laps to go, of which 1.5 of those will probably be on a safety car. So even then, that's a huge ask on those soft tyres. And if there's no more safety car, 2 stopping from this point, you're going to lose so much time in the pits that they may have to risk it and try and get those tyres to the end, because when they pit again, they're just going to drop so far down. So I think they're preying on another safety car, these guys that have come out in softs.
Yeah, I think the 2 McLarens are as well.
Old Man's just said the same thing. They must be hoping for another safety car. Speedy says he thinks Cod can get to the end now.
Yeah, maybe.
Speedy, of course, a veteran racer, will know more about it than I will. Gandhi said no need for the hards, and Old Man says no, Giles, why the hards? So the Giles fans are crying
he's
out.
Pitting. No, he's not. Yeah, he's pitting.
Oh, okay.
So he's just going on the mediums.
Maybe he made a mistake, or maybe he just wants an extra lap of fresh mediums, or maybe he just wanted to make sure he used every compound of tyre. Who knows?
That's unfortunate for him. He shouldn't have come out that far behind.
Yeah, so he's done a last to second challenge, second to last. And now he's going to try and go last to the podium again. So he's been all up and down the field as Giles, so it's going to be entertaining to see. The safety car will probably be in at the end of this lap once Giles catches up. Of which these 2 McLarens in front are going to need to get a shifty on before the likes of Mukinix and Mason start making their way through. It's anyone's call at the moment. What do we think, chat? Who's your money on now? We had a couple people say Skillian before this safety car. But are we thinking now that Mukinix is maybe in the best spot, or
Mason Mukinix?
I mean, I don't know.
Ash Rainbow, he's 8 now. Well,
Of course, yeah. Ash Rainbow is now back into after his damage. Arnt's in P10. After his first lap spin, there's now only 1 car between Ash Rainbow and Arnt's, and those 2, of course, came together at lap 1. Jason said he served the 5-second penalty. Okay. So we put the hards on to serve the 5-second penalty.
Oh, they both did. I think they both did.
And then he's pitted again to put the mediums on. So okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's not for
Old Man
sure.
Speaks says the same thing that I do. I talk a great race, but I can't actually do what these guys do. Yeah, trust me, old man, I know exactly where you're coming from. In my head, I know what I'm doing. Then I actually go on the track and crash. Arns is in a great spot, says Gandhi. So champion Division 6 is supporting the champion of Division 4 here. As the elite champions club support each
so
other.
hard to call because you know it's going to be a DRS train.
Yeah, one thing I can say is I would say Arns will be back on the podium. He usually is. And here goes Skillian.
Beastie.
Beastie's got a good restart though.
Yep.
Oh, so's Mukinix.
Morris lost out. Yeah.
Is Mukinix going to make a move? I don't think he's close enough without DRS. As Ash Rainbow. Gets good teamwork there. Dolphin has let Ash Rainbow go by on those medium tyres. That's 2 cars between himself and Arns now.
Arns is gaining Arns. Keys to set some parts. Does he?
So more teamwork there.
Oh, it's Williams and an Alpine.
Oh, I just saw 2 blue dots. They all look the same to me.
He's like, move, Dolphin, get out of the way.
So Art's now on the back of Dolphin. Dolphin now needs to do his teammate Ash Rainbow a huge favour as Rog has gone sailing up the inside of Rapid Cheese.
Rapid got damaged.
He's really struggling. Oh, who's that?
Cuba and Matty getting a bit feisty.
Yeah, I just saw cars going everywhere. Surprised there's no crash. Oh, lovely switchback. That was lovely from Giles on cue ball. I've just seen him move further up. I think Arns has just got past Dolphin. Nice move from Arns on Dolphin. As Ash Rainbow is now hunting down Mason Dunks. And already Dolphin has helped his teammate with a 2-second gap towards the leaders. The McLarens, though, not getting away like they need to at the moment.
No, there's a big train and Ash is all like, but then again, they're all like, Moon's going. Is he going to go? Might make a move here.
Yeah, he's like going to do it up the inside, and behind that as well, we have Ash Rainbow looking for a move.
Oh, Mason.
Neither of them close enough.
Oh, here we.
Oh! I think that
lucky.
Red Bull has just saved Ash Rainbow from crashing out of the race, because Ash Rainbow went a little bit sideways, and because the Red Bull was there, it corrected his slide. So he can thank Mason after the race for that, because that's just saved him from death. As Gandhi says, so Abu Dhabi Div 6 should be a massive donuts fest at the end of the season. It probably will be.
So
Let's go back onto Mukinix.
top 8 are DRS. Show
Yeah, Arnt's already closed that gap. They're all closing back up now as the McLarens are struggling on those medium tyres. They may have made a mistake here on those tyres because they're not getting away. As Card picks up a 3-second time penalty. Dolphin on those hard tyres is about to join the Skillian Express, which goes from P1 all the way down to Giles in P13. It is insane how close. Oh, and Mason almost goes into the back of Moon there. Just having to get on to those brakes.
Moon. You're going to go for it? No. Oh, he's going to get him.
Next lap, so he'll have that assistance. Oh, he's so close. He's pushing Jay Morris around the track. He's going to go for a move up the inside. No. Arnt's looking at Ash Rainbow. These two, of course, came together at turn 1 on lap 1, and now they're next to each other on track. It's round 2 versus Ash Rainbow and ETE Arnt's here in Albert Park, as Moon is looking. I'm calling him Moon now as well. Moon is looking at the back of Jay Morris.
Killian's
Oman says, won't finish the race to join you. Who is brave on the brakes? Who's going to be the one to leave it late? Arnt's is looking close, but we're going to stay on board with Moon at the moment because he is pushing Jay Morris around the flip-flop section, and they are still flat out here. DRS for both of them. Here comes Moon. He's going to force Jay Morris to go defensive and try and switch back to the inside, but good defending there from Jay Morris. He's got Arnt's in the background as well, all over the back of Ash Rainbow. Great racecraft from these guys so far. It's good to see No silly dives or silly moves being made. They're all treating each other with respect, which is what we like to see.
It's good to see they have respect, because Brazil, we all know it's a great track, but people make silly moves at Brazil, I feel, and not needed.
Yeah, exactly. Brazil was a race to forget in most divisions. As here comes Moon around the outside. Is he going to make it this time? This time he does hang it around the outside, but the Aston Martin defends again.
And Cod's all over the back.
Great defending from Jay Morris. Where's Cod?
Just in front of these guys.
He's P3. I was like, I can't see Cod down there. Oh, he's P3.
Oh,
Arndt Ash Rainbow.
No.
I've just missed that one.
He's done it.
Yellow flag. What's happened? Dolphin is round and he's missing a front wing.
I don't know if he had an incident. I just saw a spin.
Where's he spun? What corner is that? Oh, he may have been caught in a bit of a pinch point there around that corner to spin there. Either that or he's taken a bit too much curb. We'll go back up front though, because Moon is once again having a look. Ooh, Beastie.
Killian's just dropped out. Oh, he's just got out of DRS.
So now it's time for Beastie to show his defensive prowess again to try and help Skillian, because he's lost that DRS now. As Mason dunks. Oh, and Mason dunks looking for a move. Sorry, Moon looking for a move on Mason dunks there. No, it was Mason who's got past Mookenix at the last corner.
No, that's never going to happen. Ash,
that was a little bit late. It was a day late and $1 short, as Martin Brundle would say. Will he give that position back? I don't think he's going to.
I think that was a bit naughty.
No. Yeah, just forcing Arndt a little bit off there. That was and Rog there getting a move on having a little bit of side-by-side action with Giles, as something has happened to Leclerc there. Dolphin into the pits to get that new front wing.
Yeah, no.
So
he's under pressure from these guys.
Yeah, we'll go on board with Cod now because they're about to get DRS, and this time the DRS train starts with Beastie and not Skillian. I think we're about to see some moves up front. Can Codzilla get that P2 away from Beasties on 14 lap old mediums? And as a couple of people have said in the chat, they believe Codzilla may be able to go to the end on those tyres. As Cod looks for the move up the inside, he's not quite close enough. I think Giles is about to have a look at Rog. No, not close enough either. Let's go back on board with Codzilla. Really is. I'm just waiting for the incident, but apart from the little fisticuffs, and into the pits then dives Beastie. So Beastie is the first McLaren to pit, so he's going for the undercut on his teammate. Skillian is staying out.
Now it's Cod that's got Morris.
Let's see where Beastie's going to come out in P12. So it hasn't worked out for Beastie with this strategy. He will be fast, but he's dropped down. Oop, Morris.
Cod and Morris side by side.
Morris just says, I'm having that move. And round the outside is Mason Dunks going to go around the outside. What a move from Mason Dunks if he keeps this one. Takes a lot of curve, that's risky.
Here comes Ash Rainbow.
From Mason Dunks. Ash Rainbow as well. Oh, that was a bit forceful from Ash Rainbow.
Pod won't like that. Pod will not. And now
here comes Moon as well. It's all getting a little bit elbows out.
That is spun.
Oh no, Matty. Oh, it's a shame for Matty. As Jay Morris picks up a 3-second time penalty now. Skillian has this gap still of 1 second back to Jay Morris, but Skillian does have to pit again. Well, for the first time, should I say. As Jason says, the hards are going to play. They certainly are. Jay Morris in a great position, although he is carrying that penalty. Mookenix, though, is all over the back of Codzilla. Codzilla got roughed up a little bit on that last lap.
Yeah, I think you won't be too happy about that. Mason to go for the move. Mason's going.
Oh, Mason.
Nice.
Oh, give me a nice view.
Good overtake.
Mason Dunks then takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. We've got Codzilla still holding off Moon in that P4 position. He'll be wanting to try and get back at Ash Rainbow as we have some movement at the back. Skillian does come out ahead of his teammate. Giles in the pits for fresh softs, as is Matty, so I wonder if Giles has had an issue with his front wing there.
Maybe, yeah.
Moon is pushing hard, closing on Cod. Cod has lost that DRS. He needs to get back into it, otherwise he's going to be easy pickings as Arntz is catching up to the back of both of them.
Yeah,
Cod now has his own train.
Top 4. What penalties?
So here comes Moon, gets a little bit of a swapper on there. Can Cod defend from this? Does he have anything left in the tank? Moon's going to go for a move up the inside of Cod. But this time Cod says, if you're going to pass me, you're going to have to try harder than that. But Arntz around the outside of Moon.
No way.
What a move from... There's been some good moves in this race. And now Rog is getting interested as well. Roger's got a better exit as well, a much better exit than Moon actually, and he's already alongside the Ferrari man. Oh, I hate this angle that it does, this camera angle. I can't see. There we go.
Coming back.
Got Leclerc in the background as well. Leclerc's going to try and go the inside of Rog. Rog having to defend and attack at the same time. Busy man, as Arntz has already caught up to the back of his teammate. I wonder if Cod will let him go, or whether they will fight to the death. As Mustafa Shag says, been a good race to watch so far, and Speedy says he thinks that Mason Dunk is comfortable now. He's certainly looking like it, but the top 4 all have penalties, so could we still see, despite the lap 1 incident, Arntz still near the top step of the podium for the end of this race? That would be insane. He'll need some help from his teammate though, because he's still behind Cod, but Arntz is certainly not out of this yet as Cod picks up another penalty.
Nah, I think Arntz will get him on the straight.
Yeah, he should do. Cod's certainly not making it easy for him, and they're probably
100%.
talking to the other in party perhaps, and saying I've been roughed up enough, you ain't coming past easy, son.
I mean, I wouldn't have been too happy about some of them, but yeah.
Yeah, it got a bit elbowsy for a couple of laps, but it's calmed down again now, hasn't it? As we saw a few moves being made that were, yeah, let's put on the forceful side, should we say. As Speedy says, if Arntz wins this, wow, it would be impressive, but the problem he's got is his teammate is the size of a double-decker bus.
He's lifting off as well. I'm confused what's going on.
Oh, Rog looking up the inside of Moon, the gap just shut on him. But yeah, I think he's probably just being a bit cautious because his teammate as Leclerc just goes on the grass there, does it Arntz style with a bit of rallycross.
What's going on with Cod?
Oh, what's happened to Cod?
He just lagged.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Cod just appeared on the grass, dropping down, and then he was back up again.
Yeah, I'm not looking at
And Arntz is apparently 3.5 seconds behind him, which he's clearly not. Morris is catching, so the hard's coming back into this then, because Morris is now gaining time back on Mason Dunks with just 6.5 laps to go. Ash Rainbow is closing on Jay Morris well, so yeah, Cosmo doesn't make it too difficult from this time. And Skillian's picked up a penalty, and now it's Arntz time. It's hammer time for Arntz. Jason says Morris is catching. Speedy says he was, so he's no longer catching.
Here comes Moon as well, maybe.
Luckily for Cod, he has the DRS from his teammate. If he can try and stay in his teammate's DRS, that'll help him. Rog looking interested as well. P2 in the championship, of course, is Rog, sorry, but he's got one of his rivals, Mason Dunks, out front as it stands, but Arntz is hoping to close that gap. And it's this battle we're interested in here. Godzilla trying desperately to hold him to P5, but Moon all over the back and gets a little bit sideways, but holds it. These guys are pushing so incredibly hard. Speedy thinks Arntz can win this now. He certainly can, because he is closing that gap, and he still has 5.5 laps left to get that gap down. His issue is going to be when he joins Ash Rainbow, is whether or not Jay Morris can stay within the time penalty Dunks.
Yeah, I mean, Arntz is catching slowly. So slowly, I think it's about 3 tenths.
Here comes Moon on Cod. Which way will Cod go? He stays to the outside. I think Moon's going to get this one done, and he does. And that's Moon up to P5 as he now goes onto the hunt because neither Arndt or Moon have any penalties. And now the McLaren driver, as F1 Rog is going to attempt to make the move on Godzilla. Those medium tyres have probably had their day now. I love that. Jason has just said, see you later. I have a race to win. As Ash Rainbow is now looking at Jay Morris. He needs to get this move done because he knows Arndt is coming.
Ooh.
And Jay Morris tried to turn in, but there was a Haas car there waiting for him. And Ash Rainbow is into P2. Godzilla is trying to fend off Rog as well. So Godzilla, I said, has been in the walls a little bit over the last few laps. Calmed down a bit now, and those tyres are beginning to die.
Look how close Arndt
Lewis
is.
Hamilton would say, my tyres are dead. And I believe that is what Cod is saying to his race engineer.
I agree. Ash Rainbow must start feeling his tyres as well.
Yeah, certainly. Arndt is I'm not going to look at penalties because it's going to be interesting to see who wins this race. But I mean, we've got what 4.5 laps to go, and we still don't know who the race winner is going to be. This is Division 4 in a nutshell. Even though Arndt's ran away with it, most of these races you've not known who's going to win until the last couple of laps. It's just been insane. And at the moment, Ash Rainbow is trying to close that gap down to Mason Dunks, but is running out of laps.
Yeah, Morris is kept on the back of him as well.
But yeah, let's go back on board with Morris actually as he's pulling into the slipstream of Ash Rainbow. And we'll jump back down to Rog in a second because Rog is having a look at Godzilla.
Ash.
Here comes Rog up the inside of Godzilla and gets that move done into turn 1. Jay Morris is not going to be close enough to have a look at Ash Rainbow, but Godzilla is attempting to come
Ash
back at Rog.
Oh, run.
Are we going to have a late safety car?
Actual.
Just a VSC, just a VSC. So Ash Rainbow trying to go for the win. The pole sitter has crashed out of this race. We have a full safety car. Michael Massey has decided it's safety car time here in Australia.
I bet the guy's
Drama.
got pens thinking, yes.
Now, what does Jay Morris do? Because if he restarts on those hards, he will get eaten alive, but you don't want to give up track position in Australia. It's so little laps left.
Do you know what the leader does? Oh, Mason nearly just...
Oh, what's Mason doing?
Nearly he had a moment. He had a moment.
Ooh.
Oh.
His pants will be brown now. Speedy says, oh no, for God's sake, Michael, this is so not fair, Michael. You know, Speedy, that still hurts to hear that. I still can't watch that race back. It hurts too much.
I just wonder what everyone
Gandhi
does.
says, no, Michael, this is not right.
In pit. No one's pitting.
Ash Rainbow says, call me Latifi. And Headhunter has put, he did a Dane but didn't DNF.
Pitting?
So Cod has pitted off those medium tyres to avoid a puncture. So he's going to be rapid at the end, but the problem is we're not going to really have any DRS laps for him to make any moves, so he's going to have to do it all under braking and in the traction zones, which he will have more traction than some of the cars around him.
As well.
Yeah, a few cars pitted then. Mason Dunks has stayed out, Morris stayed out. I'll tell you what though, with the lack of penalties, this pretty much hands the win, dare I say it, to the man that no matter what happens in the race always lands on his feet. He's basically a cat. He could fall from any height, he will land on his feet. ETE Arndt is now your net leader.
Doesn't this show
Australian Grand Prix?
That Rapid Jack who had all the who left retired instantly. Arndt went to the back and look at where Arndt is now.
100% agree there, Stace. It's Rapid Jack, of course, DNF in the pits.
Shame.
I guess obviously the race wasn't going his way. We obviously don't know the exact reason. Anything could have happened, but it's just showing that Arndt, who had the spin at turn 1, lap 1, has kept it clean, kept out of trouble since then. No penalties, and we have safety car in this lap, so we will have 2 laps of racing.
Is it gonna be a 5-lapper? Well, not even a 5-lapper.
This is going to be insane. I don't think Dolphin's going to catch him in time, but Rapid Cheese should catch the back of the pack. But the back two are probably not going to catch up in time. But let's go on board with the front because the top sort of 9 cars are all on used tyres, and then the likes of Cod Back are going to be making some moves in these last 2 laps. So this is not over by any means. If you're odds, do you go for the move, or do you just sort of sit there and think, well, you know,
But he's got Moon,
got to do,
isn't he, behind him?
Well, very true. Roger and Leclerc could be sitting ducks on those old soft tyres. That may have been a mistake, but Mason has gone. Morris is going to try and follow him. Moon has got a great restart. He's less than 3/10 off the back of Arndt already. Arndt didn't get the best of restarts, but of course no DRS. It's all going to be done under braking. Leclerc looking at the back of Rog. It's just less than 2 laps to go now.
Here comes Skillian.
They'll be better on the brakes with those fresher tyres.
Switch back.
Force Leclerc deep. Skillian goes for it. You're in the outside. They're still side by side. And guys, give each other room. Ooh,
that was good.
The worst then.
Look at Giles and
both of them
BC.
there.
Yeah, the argy-bargy bit realised, yeah, we're both back off, sort of thing.
Yeah, a little bit of wheels connecting, and that could have been good night, Irene. As Skillian looks for a move on the inside, and Leclerc gives him a lot of room there. A lot of respect being shown between these two.
Oh my god, look at Giles. Oh no.
Giles is like, I'm here too. Giles is round. Giles is round. And Skillian's gone.
I think
Skillian's gone as well. I think he may have been caught by the spinning Ferrari of Dor Giles.
And it's Todd, P7.
Where's the car? Let's have a look at Skillian's car. Yeah, it's bedded in the wall. Such a shame for Skillian. As we're on board with Cod then. Cod looking for a move on Leclerc. Cod hoping to get into P6 here as we've got 1 lap to go. We'll try and look at the leaders in a second. Cod knows he needs to get this move done quickly. He's got 1 more DRS. So let's have a look, Cod. Having a look at the inside. The space was there. And Cod around the outside of Leclerc on those fresh tyres has much more grip. Brilliant move from ET Codzilla. And up the inside goes... was that Rapid Cheese I just saw? I think it was.
Yeah, he's not
so close.
Got so much grip. So
we'll go and watch the leaders in a second because they are all close up front. I can't believe we might be speaking to Arndt in a second.
Rapids.
Oh, these guys are separated by the width of a piece of paper. None of them want to give up. We could see 3 wide on the final lap. I want to go and watch the leader, but I'm not missing this battle on the last lap. They're pushing each other around the flip-flop. There's 2/10 separating all 3 cars on the final lap of the race.
Oh my.
Who's going to get who? They're 3 wide. We've got Beastie around the outside of Leclerc. They're still side by side. And he keeps the move done. Let's go on board with Mason Dunks. Mason Dunks crosses the line first. Will he keep the win though? Arndt gets the win ahead of Moon, and then Mason Dunks, Jay Morris in P4, Rog P5, Godzilla gets P6. Beastie's going to come across the line of P7, who gets jumped as Rapid Cheese gets P6. Ahead of Leclerc, Godzilla, Beastie, and then a probably very embarrassed DOR Giles, who unfortunately made that mistake towards the end there. And he had a lot of love for Arndt. Speedy says he can believe it, it's Arndt. Hunter says Arndt is God. And Gandhi says Arndt's P1. Wow, oh wow. I mean, I guess we should pick a driver of the day. The game has gone for Rog. It was a good drive from Rog. I mean, he's been given enough titles and wins and trophies this season, but I can't see past Arndt's as driver of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking.
I'm
looking. I mean, yeah, to get spun at turn 1, you'd have the incident and claw it back to B1. What else can you say?
Brilliant drive from Arndt. Although Rog did start P15 to get P5, it's certainly the likes of Arndt and Rog had great drive, but like you said, Arndt to go from last at turn 1 to winning the race, proving why you should always stay in the race. We'll get some invites. Invite to party. Don't think I've ever spoken to Moon. Invite to party. And invite party. So I'll do a quick rundown. Got 20 seconds to run down. So we've got Arntz in P1, brilliant drive. Moon in P2 in the Ferrari ahead of Mason Dunks. Jay Morris in P4 ahead of Rog, who climbs up to P5. Great for him for his P2 hunt. Rapid Cheese in 6 ahead of Leclerc, Codzilla, Beastie, Dolphin, Giles, and then Q-Ball, and then the DNFs were Skillian, Matty, Ash Rainbow, Grit, Rufio, and Rapid Jack. As Gandhi says, well done, Arntz, my fellow champion.
Thank you.
Speedy says, Arntz is like Jarno Pogmere. Right, let me just... You want me to make it invite only? Why? Okay, fair enough. Options. I don't like screamers. Stay away, screamers. Okay, so let's start. I've already forgotten the positions. Who came P3? Arntz won, I know that. Who was P3 again? Was that
Mason.
Oh, Mason, that was it. It's been a long night. So I'll do P3 then. So we'll go off with Mason then. So interesting race. Obviously, you were behind the incident at turn 1. You kept your nose clean, and you've ended up on the podium. How was that race for you?
Completely unexpected. I despise Australia with a passion. I was 2 seconds off everyone else in time trials, so I did not expect to be even near the podium today. So it's a bonus for me.
Yeah, it was a great drive, and Australia is all about. I've said this with my teammate in another league, and it's all about keeping out of trouble at Australia because there's so many corners where you can lose it, you can pick up penalties, there's safety cars galore. It's all about being at the right place at the right time, and you've come away with that podium, which obviously helps you hunt down Rog for that P2. Rog, of course, recovering to get a 5th place finish, but it's still points gained, and you keep that hope alive of claiming that P2 in the championship. Is that the aim now, or is it literally race by race with 2 to go?
No, I want that P2, but I was so annoyed that I didn't get the race win. It was just a stupid penalty that I picked up that I could have kept out of. But yeah, I'm disappointed that I didn't get the win, but happy that I did get a podium at the same time.
Yeah, easily done. We go to a new track for league racing next. Of course, some people will have already raced here in other leagues, but it's a new track for TIR. What are your thoughts on Jeddah?
I'm saying there's going to be 3 people finishing that race in general. Everyone's going to crash.
That should be fun for Beard to commentate on then if there's 3 people after 30 laps or so, which would be interesting to watch.
But yeah, there'll be 3 people left.
That bad. That fills me with confidence for next week then for my race. But no, GG's, great drive for P3, and we'll move on to P2. Hazy, I'll let you take over with P2.
What you mean? I called him Moon. I do apologise.
Yes, Moon.
How was your first of all? How was your qualifying in the wet? How did you feel?
Good. I lost a lot of time on the last lap I was doing. Dirty air, but I could probably have been P2.
Yeah. Well, your pace looked pretty solid, and you've come off with P2, penalty free, right?
Yep.
Overall, great race. How was it for you?
I probably could have won, but I made a few silly mistakes, going too deep into some corners, which gave other people opportunities. Yeah, disappointed really, but that's life.
Hey, it's still a solid result, man. P2. A track like that as well.
GG's indeed. So we're going to move on to the end of the interviews because I think every week people get bored of hearing the Norwegian accent. Joking, of course.
Probably.
Mr. Arntz,
Yes.
It doesn't matter what happens to you in a race. You end up on that podium. It doesn't matter what step of that podium it is. You end up somewhere spraying some champagne. I don't know what the record is in TIR for the most podiums in a row, but you must be a contender for it because that's now 12 consecutive podiums and your 7th win in that podium streak. Not just, I think you've won more in the season, but just your 7th win within that podium streak. I mean, take us through first of all lap 1, where you probably thought, oh dear.
Yeah.
The ending. So tell us about your race.
Yeah, it was probably an optimistic dive on the inside of crash into turn 1. So I take that, and that was my fault, I think. and then was just just tried to drive as fast as I could. And the first safety car came perfectly. I was supposed to pit on lap 12, so worked out good. It was a fun race, a lot of overtakes, and the last safety car probably got me the win. I don't know the gap up to Mason then, but yeah, good race after lap 1.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I said, facing the wrong way at lap 1, dead last, to then be standing on the top step of the podium at the end of the race. It's not a bad day's work, is it? It's a pretty good way to land on your feet. And yeah, obviously the champion anyway. We'll get on to your thoughts on Jeddah next, but I just want to take your thoughts on obviously your season as a whole so far, and what your thoughts are for next season. So as a season, it's been pretty impressive.
Yeah, after first 4 races, I think been pretty good, and I have been consistent and stayed out of trouble. So I've been up there. Just a really good season. Next season I'll probably be moved up to you, I think, probably.
I've heard rumours in the old rumour mill that you're going to be facing Rusty and Bingley and Syke in Division 1. So they're all a bit worried now that they've seen how many podiums we've had, and they think, I know, he's not coming in our division. So, but no, great drive again. You guys all have the Legend of Beer and Kebab back next week, where you're at Jeddah, and then it's the final showdown. Well, I say final showdown. Most divisions have been sorted by that point, so it might be the final donut showdown in some divisions, as we saw in the chat. But of course, Division 3 is tomorrow at Australia, and they may still have that title decided in Abu Dhabi between Skeefy and Minaj. So thank you all for watching. You've been joined by, of course, myself, Massey, and the Queen of TIR herself, Stacey. Thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you all next time.